One Zambia, one nation. Hello and welcome to the news. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. Let's take a look at the top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema attends Zambia-Italy Business Forum. Government advises farmers to access soft loans. Chief Simamba urges government to stiffen laws on deforestation. And Zambia police records an increase in GBV cases. Now the news in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has encouraged Zambian business companies to establish joint ventures with investors. Speaking in Rome, Italy during the Zambia-Italy Business Forum, President Hichilema underscored the need for partnerships as they guarantee sustainability. Mwangala Kapandula is in Italy and filed in this report.
President Hakainde Hichilema has encouraged Zambian business companies to establish joint ventures with investors. Speaking in Rome, Italy, during the Zambia-Italy Business Forum yesterday, President Hichilema underscored the need for partnerships as they guarantee sustainability.
We'd like you to come to Zambia, and if what you're looking for is not in Zambia, it's possible to get it from the next door, but in a different way now. You come with the technology. Number 2, 3, we want you to join venture with our local business community. It's very important because extraction only, as it's been for centuries, that Africa is a source of raw materials. Mr. President, the dynamics have changed. So Africa must develop its economy. Zambia must develop its economy. To do that, we need to see more local value creation, value addition, obviously with partners like yourselves. So joint ventures are very important. Investors, businesses must talk to each other. And you bring us to a table, we the governments of Italy, sir, the government of Zambia, must be brought to the table to facilitate these business people to work together. I think that's my message. The opportunities are many. The opportunities are many. Energy, we've talked about, clean energy, agriculture, tourism.
Local business entities have appreciated the interest the head of state has undertaken in a bid to develop the country to attain social and economic development.
And from the fora, even as I said, even the president coming alongside us as a supporter, we would definitely see benefits coming from Italy. Not only things be done the following day. You know, Italy they have a deadline to see vehicles using fuel ending on the road. So the raw materials, obviously, we have them in Zambia, and we had the Fiat manufacturing company Livingston years ago, which might return back. Who knows? So.
Postal and Courier Association of Zambia President Gabriel Mumba has appreciated the initiative of business forums as they help to tap into the potential that Zambia has.
This is going to increase the amount of investments into Zambia, between Zambia and Italy, and I hope more of such investments will come. On the logistics part, we are here basically to tap into the logistics. So what will happen is once these companies sign up, you will see that there will be a lot of traffic between Rome and Lusaka. So as courier companies, as logistics, we are targeting to be moving the cargo out of Rome into Lusaka.
For Zanis News, Mwangala Kapandula reporting in Rome, Italy.
Meanwhile, President Hakainde Hichilema has applauded the instrumental role that the Food Agriculture Organization FAO is playing in driving positive change in the agriculture sector with focus on productivity. The president said this when he met FAO Director General Q Dongniu in Italy, Rome today. President Hichilema later met with International Fund for Agricultural Development Program, Alvaro Lazario. More in this report.
President Hakainde Hichilema has applauded the instrumental role the Food Agriculture Organization (FAO) is playing to drive positive change in the agriculture sector, focusing on productivity. The president said this when he met FAO Director General in Italy, Rome, today.
Anyway, we have a very good collaboration with the partners and the ministers and the CAM and the FTA, the guard, all the agencies. So, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. We are very delighted to be here and also to express our appreciation to the work that you do, that World Food Program does, if you like. It's very important that we appreciate, acknowledge the good work that is being done. If I may say, FAO has been instrumental in many of our countries to drive positive change in the agricultural sector. At a production level, for us, we are focusing on productivity improvements.
Mr. Hichilema later met with International Fund for Agriculture Development President Alvaro Lario.
And you'll be very happy to know that the local financial institutions are also using their own shareholders' money and their own credit lines to bring to this agricultural credit window. And obviously, that means that we should improve or reduce what we may call impairment. We used to call it bad debts in the past, because the banks know how to lend. They know their customers. But we work with the ministry to share the database of the funds. And then, obviously, when the money is managed that way, it means we will grow that fund, because of its performance. The book will perform better. And the private financial institutions take the responsibility to do that using their tools. That's why they're financial institutions.
IFAD president congratulated Zambia for the advancements made in the debt restructuring program, among other salient issues.
And we've had really a very, very strong relationship with Zambia for many, many years. I was there at the Global New Financial Pact, also at the Elysee dinner, where you were also explaining and remarking some of the big advances, and we were very happy to see the debt settlement and the debt agreement that you have had with your creditors, and that also provides us an opportunity to also come back to the normalcy of what we had as a relationship with International Fund of Agriculture Development. Indeed, we are very much focused on the first, what we call the first mile, where the food is produced with the small farm holders.
And Minister of Agriculture Mtolo Piri shared his views.
We are very, very delighted that today you'll be meeting the IFAD president at a time when we have cleared, I think, and wanting to sprout a new relationship. We've cleared our debts in terms of replenishment. We had the 400,000 which we had pledged, we didn't pay. It has been paid. We have pledged $560,000 for next year in 2 installments, which we will pay. And with that, it realizes a huge outflow that IFAD has in terms of development.
For Zanis News, Mangala Kapandola reporting in Rome, Italy.
In other news, Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa has expressed happiness at the progress of the construction of the permanent office block for the Zambia mission in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Speaking when he inspected the project in the Ethiopian capital, Mr. Mwetwa, who is also Minister of Information, regretted that 59 years after independence, Zambia is still renting offices for its mission in Addis Ababa. Mike Munkombwe now reports.
Despite being unique, hosting the permanent representative to the African Union, which also has its headquarters in Addis Ababa, the Zambian embassy has never had a permanent structure of its own. The embassy has been renting offices since the establishment of the mission in 1965. But now, government is constructing its own. And Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa, who is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, has inspected the project.
It is economically unsustainable to continue to rent 59 years of Zambia's independence and participation in the AU. It is good that finally we are now having our own structure so that we can mitigate on the costs. It is expected that Zambia will always be, frequenting visitations to this particular destination beyond just the mission.
Embassy staff understand the hardships associated with renting office space and cannot wait to have their own.
With the completion of this building, it will alleviate a number of challenges that we face towards renting buildings, renting conference halls for bilateral meetings, and we are looking forward to its completion in the next 4 to 5 months.
The building, which will have a lifespan of over 100 years, is at 80% completion.
If you consider physical progress, we have already achieved more than 80%. If you consider financial progress, around 40 and 30%.
Mr. Mwetwa is in Addis Ababa to attend the Africa Union Specialized Technical Committee meeting on communications and ICT, and he is expected to give the position for Zambia on a number of issues relating to communication and ICT tomorrow. Mike Munkombwe, Zanis, in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Now, Gender Division Permanent Secretary Mainga Kavika has expressed concern at the escalating number of gender-based violence cases in Kafue district. Speaking when she officially opened an entrepreneurship training workshop for women in cooperatives, Ms. Kavika noted that the increasing number of child defilement cases in the district is worrying. Irene Nganga now gives us more in this report.
Gender Division Permanent Secretary under Cabinet Office Mainga Kavika has officially opened a one-day training workshop for women in cooperatives in Kafue district. In her opening remarks, Ms. Kavika has expressed concern at the increasing number of gender-based violence cases in the district. She said the number of child defilement cases in the district is a source of concern.
Kafue, there's a very big problem. We need to work closely together, DC. Defilement cases, there are too many in Kafue, right? Yes, issues to do with GBV are very serious here. So as a permanent secretary in charge of gender, I'm very concerned with the levels of gender-based violence in this district. I've heard a lot of these defilements. I've heard a lot of, like fights just within the homes between a husband and a wife. Those are issues that we need to find quicker ways of tackling. And also, obviously, the men in uniform need to up their game, because if this is reoccurring, that means there's a weakness somewhere. Maybe there's a weakness from the prosecutor's point of view, or maybe from Home Affairs, they're not really arresting these people, or maybe it's just a system, the response system that is not good enough. So we all need to hold hands as the community, because even if we work here as officers, we come from the communities.
Ms. Kavika also noted that it is important that women are trained in entrepreneurship skills in order for them to contribute to economic development.
So, we are basically here just to come and, give some capacity building to the women who are going to participate as beneficiaries in the programs that we're going to be running. We didn't want a situation whereby we just give you empowerment and we go without really caring how you're going to manage your businesses and so forth. So we thought that we give you a brief training on how to manage businesses, right? Because that's very important. It's just basic skills, like you need to know where you're going to operate from, what prices, how you're going to price your products. You need to know all that when you go in businesses, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yes, you also need to know details like who's going to be your client. So your market is very important. How are you going to market your goods?
And Kafiwe District Commissioner Maurice Hikapulwe expressed gratitude to the Permanent Secretary for training women in the district.
As long as we are communicating at every stage, because there were problems where the powers that be, they go down to our people without us knowing. So when there's that communication, I think they need to sort it.
Irene Nganga, Zanis, Kafiwe.
Still on gender issues, Chief Maguya of the Ngoni people of Chipata district has commended the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and government for partnering in the fight against gender-based violence. The traditional leader says the opening of a one-stop GBV center in his chiefdom is meant to effectively reduce teenage pregnancies and violence against women and children. More in this report.
Based violence has continued to destroy family setups and relationships in various communities of Eastern Province. Government, through its cooperating partners under the GRZ Joint GBV Phase 2 program, is working to ensure that the fight against gender-based violence is effectively implemented. The handover of the one-stop center at Chief Maguya's chiefdom by a local non-governmental organization called Young Happy Health and Safe, constructed with the financial support from the United Nations Development Programme and the governments of Sweden and Ireland, is one such initiative.
I am aware that the Phase 2 program focuses on prevention and response of GBV. My appeal to the government is to help us in expediting the completion of the cell phone communication tower to facilitate coordination with our partners in response to quicken referrals on would-be survivors for the continuum of care.
The beneficiaries in the area are happy with this development.
Zilagana ma 7,000, napesa kwa 7,000, inata kulipindulia, ngakale wana maskulu, inata kupeleka kukoleji, ngakale kumaskulu kwina uku, wamene amba funda kufuna ma groceries, inata kupanilisa, kama kabungwa ya UNDP, na bayani happy, nitokoza kwa mbili kungwe kutipitilize, sativa kezelepa mweapa.
Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gary Nkombo, was represented by Eastern Province Permanent Secretary Beauty Undipiri at the ceremony.
Many of our girl children are struggling out there mentally. Mental health has not been taken seriously around here. Most of our children are failing to prosper in school because they have mental issues as a result of being abused. And these abusers, we're glad today, Your Royal Highness, but you gave us a chance that a place should be constructed to ensure that these people can come and report so many cases.
And United Nations Development Programme Zambia Deputy Country Representative Ethel Bangwayo said the GRZ Joint GBV Phase 2 program implementation is yielding fruits.
The community-based center that we are launching here today is unique, it's innovative, it's effective, and it's also very relevant, as we have seen from the experiences of those that have been launched before. There are some that are already operational, and when we see the number of people who are approaching these centers for help, when we see them coming back, when we see them referring others, we see that there's really a need for these centers and that they are effective in the interventions that they are providing.
Sylvester Chimba for Zanis in Chipata District.
We now take a break, and when we come back, government advises farmers to access soft loans. Stay tuned.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, will hold the 44th Policy Organ meetings at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Lusaka. They include the 44th COMESA Intergovernmental Committee and the 44th Council of Ministers meeting. The meetings will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2023. The theme for this year is Economic Integration for a Thriving COMESA, anchored on green investment, value addition, and tourism. Over 400 delegates from the 21 COMESA member states are expected to attend the COMESA Policy Organ meeting in Lusaka. This advert is brought to you by the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Bongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels: TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now, grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar, enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Elias Mubanga has encouraged farmers to access soft loans under the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility, SAFE. Taonga Nkoma reports from Kasama that Mr. Mubanga says it is government's desire to see more farmers in the country engage in agriculture to produce more maize.
It is the government's desire to see the agriculture sector flourish in order to cushion the high cost of living. Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Elias Mubanga, who is on a tour of duty in Northern Province, says the government is trying to develop enterprise through the agriculture sector.
The only way for us, Zambians, to cushion the high cost of living, where we are talking about the price of minimum, is to get into high productivity in the agricultural sector, in this case. And that's why we are here. That's why I'm in the Northern Circuit, to try and develop the enterprise in the agricultural sector.
Mr. Mubanga is encouraging every Zambian to take advantage of the credit window that government has provided to engage in farming.
Every Zambian, this time, go back to the land. We are coming from Malorioko Shua. Nempanga mwalikwata, empanga mwalikwata. Na government na imuletere chichire tulikire chankongole. Ndalama eshiri mu bank shua. Movume ku mungu huko. Mwise ku Shoprite mukutantamino bunga. I think this is not correct.
Francis Mutale is Kasama District Agriculture Coordinator and also explains the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility in the district.
The facility is just dealing with maize. Then in the years to come, that's when other crops will be brought on board. So the facility is covering cultivation of maize from 1 hectare to 5 hectares. When you look at monetary form, the estimation is that 1 hectare, for you to cultivate 1 hectare, you need somewhere around 10,000. So the facility is covering a loan of 10,000 up to 50,000. It's a seasonal loan with 12% interest.
Taonga Nkoma for Zanis in Kasama District.
In Luapula Province, Nchelenge Town Council has disbursed over 3 million kwacha on loans under the 2023 Constituency Development Fund CDF to 31 beneficiaries. Yvonne Nombo has more in the following report.
Praising government for empowering the community with loans ranging from 50,000 kwacha to 150,000 kwacha. Luapula Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Prudence Chinama has handed over loans worth over 3 million to these beneficiaries in Cherenge District.
I'm aware that the source of funding for the loans being handed over to the beneficiary is part of the 2023 Constituency Development Fund under the Youth, Women and Community Empowerment components, and that the total amount is 1,160,000 kwacha. It is pleasing to learn that a total of 31 beneficiaries from across the constituency are being awarded the loans. As United Party for National Development, UPND New Dawn's government, it is our goal to reduce poverty and vulnerability by improving livelihoods of the poor and vulnerable through provision of empowerment funds such as these to enable them venture into diverse livelihood activities for a sustainable household income.
Chilenge Town Council Secretary and District Commissioner also spoke at the event.
We are witnessing the handing over of 2023 CDF. So we are on course. And I want to mention that government has released all the monies for 2023 in terms of CDF projects, in terms of CDF cooperatives grants, in terms of monies for the bursaries for our children that we've paid for, those who are in secondary schools and those that are doing skills.
Ishiteko ili pantu CDF ili yakutwalirira ati mkwaya.
The beneficiaries are grateful to government.
For the first time, ukwikata kwendera masha CDF kutampira mu MMD government, ukwensafika mu PF government, ndekasha kuri ba president abali kuba kainde pefu barebo mbangefe watu bombera ishinga amata share ikata ku muntu muri yama government na ya PF na MMD shai shiri kwefe aba party sutibeka beka ireno inene mupina na ikata mwishinda lama.
Von Nombo reporting for Zanis News in Chilenge District.
Minister of Labour and Social Security Brenda Tambatamba has visited Mansa Sugar in Chembe District and the Luapula Hub of Knowledge Medical Training School to appreciate their operations. The minister has cautioned the two institutions as well as other firms in the country against violating labour laws. David Ndovi has details in this report.
To ensure compliance on social security protection and labor laws, Minister of Labour and Social Security, Brenda Tambatamba, has conducted an inspection at Mansa Sugar in Chembe District and later the Luapula Hub of Knowledge, a medical training school in Mansa District.
To do that, it means liability because of we can actually arbitrarily assess the employer and we are obliged that to pay the assessment on behalf of the contractors. However, we'll be engaging them as quickly as possible. We bridge that gap.
Ms. Tambatamba, who led an interdepartmental team as well as from statutory institutions such as Workmen's Compensation, NAPSA, and NIMA under her ministry, among others, has urged firms to adhere to regulations by taking matters of labor, human capital, social development, and security seriously in their operations.
That before we leave the Luapula province, we must sit with the administration and also the contractors, because we are just told that there are about 16 contractors, but the names are not provided. And we want really to fish out which one is at what stage and so on, and where do we have employees that are unionized and things, so that we are able to tackle those issues one after the other. Give a time frame that would not be more than 1 month, Honorable Minister, in which to make sure that everything here is settled in terms of compliance.
From the workers, comes from the community, and so when we have to take a move such as the one you proposed, someone has to take responsibility so that next time they do their job. Because this is in the interest of everyone, the employer and the worker.
At Luapula Hub, the Labour Minister cautioned management against facing the law's punitive measures after discovering a number of labour and social security violations.
It's a little bit further. We are actually getting into prosecution of the institution.
It's penalties, some of them. They come with sanctions in the broad range, and some of them are penalties, financial penalties, and others more than that. And you wouldn't want to further weaken the institution, which is already in that unstable financial situation, to also be faced with the sanctions that come from any one of the government institutions.
David Ndovi for Zanis, Luapula Province.
In Southern Province, Choma District Commissioner Sigale Gamela says government is committed to ensuring that people have different economic activities that can improve their livelihoods. Mr. Gamela said this when he visited Twambo village in Chief Mapanza's area to appreciate the different initiative programs that the women are engaged in. More in this report by Kalunga Msonda.
These are women of Chief Mapanza's area who have engaged in different initiative programs to better their livelihoods. The women, who are also receiving support from Pelam, Zambia, could not hide their joy as they have also acquired knowledge on climate change.
How do we reduce the effects and impact of climate change? Twagabona kwamba uti kuberesha our indigenous knowledge will survive. Indigenous seed aliampoibe de wina chivi kidono chirinda matura, but it can survive year throughout without being affected with pests.
And Choma District Commissioner Sikale Agamela wants the women to continue applying for Constituency Development Fund, CDF.
I had a lot of partners who came to help us, either in livestock, small ruminants, gardens like this. But after our partners have left, our programs dies. We want this project to continue, because what is happening here is in line with the government policy of empowering women and youth through a lot of efforts like CDF, CEC, and partners like yourselves.
And Pelam, Zambia, has encouraged women to acquire knowledge on organic fertilizer.
We got to nyunda sutaidi mpulimpu yabede yotulima tahi pondi gabo twagambuga bulongo bwa nyonyoga so mbuli bapera musebo tuzumana na kuita promote organic farming. Organic farming njiberesha manure ngomujisi mu mande ama fertilizer ngo twanda kuti mutari waberesha maningira mungayo nyona inyiga.
Indeed, empowering women, especially those in rural areas, is important as they are key agents for achieving the transformational economic, environmental and social change required for sustainable development. Kalunga Msonda, Zanis News, Choma District, Southern Province.
We now take our second break, and when we come back, Chief Simamba urges government to stiffen laws on deforestation. Stay tuned.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, will hold the 44th Policy Organ Meetings at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Lusaka. They include the 44th COMESA Intergovernmental Committee and the 44th Council of Ministers meeting. The meetings will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2023. The theme for this year is Economic Integration for a Thriving COMESA, anchored on green investment, value addition, and tourism. Over 400 delegates from the 21 COMESA member states are expected to attend the COMESA Policy Organ Meeting in Lusaka. This advert is brought to you by the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 20-40 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Bongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels: TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel, plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
We continue with the news. Chief Simamba of Siavonga district in Southern Province has asked government to stiffen the existing bylaws on the indiscriminate cutting down of trees. The traditional leader says although the bylaws have been put in place, there is a limitation on how to control harvesting of trees for charcoal production and mitigation against the adverse effects of climate change. Brandina Lambwe now gives us details in this report.
This is Nauta's open forest, an area that has been reserved as community forest in Simamba Chiefdom to promote natural forest regeneration. Unfortunately, local people are now encroaching into this reserve and cutting down trees for charcoal production. This has irked the traditional leadership and have called on government to enact a law that will help chiefs protect the environment.
I think the government has to come in very strictly to stop this. Otherwise, people will just continue. And the chiefs, we have got no powers. So there's no law per se which backs the chiefs to enforce the law.
Chief Simamba wants more to be done to regulate transportation of charcoal out of the districts.
People who are buying are not coming from Siavonga here. Most of them, they are coming from far places. So I think we have to discourage this, and we have to ask the government also to intervene by putting strong measures.
The Forest Department is on the ground to curb deforestation.
This forest is earmarked to be a community forest, which needs to be managed by the community themselves. So now you can see what is happening here. There is rampant cutting down of trees. One species are so endangered in Zambia because it's not found everywhere else. So what we are trying to do is to engage the community so that we can together manage this area under the community forestry management.
Brandina Lambwe, Zanis, Siavonga District, Southern Province.
Government has started implementing enhanced digitalized services in all health facilities countrywide. Speaking in Chongwe District during the launch of the Smart Care Pro electronic health system, Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo said government wants to end the paper-based system of registration of patients in all health facilities. Here's a report.
The manual recording of patients in registry books at health facilities in Zambia will soon be a thing of the past. Government has introduced the use of a Smart Care Pro electronic health system that will help keep all health records, test reports, and prescription in one digital place. Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo disclosed this and outlined the benefits of the technology when she launched the Smart Care Pro electronic health system in Chongwe.
Technology and digital health is a strong development agenda under this administration. Therefore, what we are witnessing today speaks to our vision for our country under this government. It speaks to our goal of securing a future in which technology and healthcare becomes the order of the day. We're not going to have any papers running around. You know, papers, there's no space. These dirty drawers and shelves and all these dirty papers, which that will be a thing of the past, because what it means now will be a paperless health facility.
Meanwhile, Chonga District Commissioner Evans Lupia applauded the initiative, while Smart Zambia National Coordinator P.S. Chinyama disclosed that government has adequate resources for the project, which is expected to be effective in 2024.
The people of Chongwe are particularly happy for this gesture, as it will go a long way in improving health outcomes through enhanced health records management.
We have made an allocation to ensure that what we are doing here in Chongwe, we will be able to do across the country to 600 health facilities next year.
Traditional leadership is equally elated by the development.
This initiative signals a significant leap forward in healthcare management, and we are privileged to be at the forefront of this positive change.
The Smart Care Pro electronic health system is entirely developed and engineered by Zambians. Beatrice Mfula reporting for Zanis in Chongwe.
To the Copperbelt province now, where dental health specialists in Lufanyama district have expressed concern over the high incidences of dental diseases in the district. The Zambia Flying Doctor Service dental health surgeon Theodora Kambali states that the district has recorded an 85% incident rate of dental decay in 2 chiefdoms visited so far. Agrippa Silumbwe has the rest of the story.
The general health of one's body starts with good oral hygiene. However, dental health specialists are concerned with high cases of dental diseases among community members in Lufanyama district.
We've seen quite a number of patients with oral health problems, especially tooth decay or dental caries and gum disease. But among all, we've seen a lot of patients with dental caries. The clinics that we visited yesterday and today, the incidences show about 78% of these patients have tooth decay or dental caries and 13% have gum disease. So we managed to do a number of tooth extractions. Almost all of them received at least tooth extractions, others multiple, others single.
The team has also conducted oral health hygiene sensitization to pupils at Kafua Primary School, where they also donated some items for teeth cleaning.
We managed to visit the school and we attended to the grade 1s, preschool, grade 1s up to grade 4. We saw about 144 children. We taught them on oral hygiene, how to brush their teeth in order to prevent these diseases, oral health diseases.
Zambia Flying Doctors are in Lufanyama to offer different health services to community members. Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe.
We now take our final break, but still to come in the news, the Zambia police has recorded an increase in GBV cases. This and more stories, stay tuned.
The Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, will hold the 44th Policy Organ Meetings at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Lusaka. They include the 44th COMESA Intergovernmental Committee and the 44th Council of Ministers meeting. The meetings will take place from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2023. The theme for this year is Economic Integration for a Thriving COMESA, anchored on green investment, value addition, and tourism. Over 400 delegates from the 21 COMESA member states are expected to attend the COMESA Policy Organ Meeting in Lusaka. This advert is brought to you by the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Bongwa, Champs or Quets every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, Zanis TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Now the rest of the news. Statistics from the Zambia police indicate that Zambia has recorded an increase in gender-based violence cases in the second quarter of 2023. And the Zambia Center for Communication Project Board Chairperson Suzanne Matale is saddened by the statistics, adding that the scourge has continued to increase due to most perpetrators going away unpunished. From Kawe, Daniel Biri now reports.
The Zambia Center for Communication Project, ZCP Kwatu, has launched a USAID Stop Gender-Based Violence Now project aimed at eliminating the upswing in GBV cases. ZCCP board chairperson Suzanne Matali says the project will be implemented in 41 districts from Central, Copperbelt, Luapula, Mchinga, Northern and Northwestern provinces. Reverend Matali said this at the official launch of the project in Kabwe district.
This project, friends, is a continuation of the work that will supplement government's efforts to promote gender equality in Zambia. This, as we have already heard, is a 5-year project that will be implemented in 41 selected districts of Central, Copperbelt, Luapula, Mchinga, Northern and Northwestern provinces of Zambia. Guest of honor, for Central Province where we are here, the project will be implemented in Kabwe and Kapirimposhi districts.
And Central Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala, who graced the event, says the project will help to reduce the gap in inequality between men and women.
It is my hope and belief that this project shall save the vulnerable population in fighting the GBV vice that is affecting women, men, boys, and girls.
Meanwhile, Kabwe Deputy Mayor Kayombo Miova commended the traditional leadership for locking hands with government to suppress GBV cases using the free education as a ladder to end the scourge.
Distinguished guests, my office can confirm that it has received information from traditional and community leaders that the introduction and implementation of the free education policy has already started contributing to reducing early and forced marriages. This can be seen even in my own ward, where at least we have girls that are rushing to school from January to December, and like being in the villages where they're actually very vulnerable to the vices of rape, gender-based violence.
And the Zambia Police in Central Province has called for a multi-sectoral approach towards the fight of gender-based violence.
It is natural law, and then it's a principle that in order to fight any, negative or deviant behavior in community, multi-sectoral approach is vital. And this
Daniel Billy for Zanis News in Kabwe District, Central Province.
In Northwestern Province, children in Solwezi District have expressed concern with the increasing rate of early child marriages, child labor and other violations of children's rights, which they have attributed to high poverty levels in the province. Here are the details.
A symposium has been held in Solwezi for children across the district. This is to discuss children's rights and other issues affecting the welfare of children and how they can be involved in decision-making. Northwestern Province Acting Assistant Secretary Bonwe Njungu, who spoke on behalf of the Permanent Secretary Grandson Katambi, reaffirmed government's commitment towards children's welfare.
The pronouncement that no child should sit on floor by 31st December. This, it is one of those. Secondly, there is free education, which simply it encourages you, children, that you need to be part and parcel of the government programs for you to be better leaders. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, investing in children means we are investing in our future. The world of tomorrow simply cannot prosper if children of today are not healthy, educated, and protected. The government of the Republic of Zambia has taken a number of steps in protecting, respecting, promoting, and fulfilling the rights.
Africa Project Officer Donald Mumba said this year's World Children's Day commemoration under the theme, Renewing Our Promise for Children's Rights, was a reminder to everyone to consider the welfare of children.
Time for generations to come together to reimagine the type of world we want to create. Guest of honor, this day also draws attention to the lives of Zambian children today by giving them an opportunity to participate in voicing out issues affecting their rights and well-being. Furthermore, this day offers the countries in the world, including Zambia, an opportunity to refocus their attention on the situation of children.
In a communique presented to government, children expressed a number of concerns.
To give stiff punishments to children's rights offenders, governments to involve and provide spaces for child participation in decision making so that children can voice out matters affecting them. Governments to improve the living standard of the people so that the levels of poverty can go down. Governments to construct or build higher learning institutions.
Indeed, children are important to society, and safeguarding their welfare is important if they are to grow into responsible citizens. Rachel Chininga, reporting for Zanis in Solwezi.
Now, Smart Zambia Systems Development and Support Director Luke Mate says government has launched 280 digital services which are available on the Government Service Bus GSB. Mr. Mate says the Government Service Bus is one of the systems that government is using to achieve its digitalization agenda, making it a huge investment. Speaking when he officiated at the opening of the Smart Zambia Capacity Building Workshop for Information Technology Developers in Lusaka, Mr. Mate stated that the workshop is an assurance that the investment will be sustained to make Zambia a digitalized country. He added that the trained team is expected to provide solutions to the demanding problems by the government. And speaking at the same event, Minister of Finance and National Planning, Information and Communication Technology Director and Technical Lead for the Government Service Bus Project, Beton Sibuloa, says Smart Zambia has allowed 1.6 million transactions on the government service bus and has collected 2 billion kwacha in digital money. Meanwhile, Zambia Revenue Authority Systems Support Director Harrison Chapu says the authority has targeted 135 billion to be collected as revenue in 2024, hence the need for all major institutions to be digitized.
And so what we are doing by building, by having this capacity building program is a form of assurance to ensure that this investment will be sustained. Whether the glove pulls out tomorrow, government takes full ownership, or Zambia, let me say not say government, but Zambia takes full ownership of this investment. We are looking at building local capacity. The digital economy of the world, everybody is looking out for their interests. Every nation is building their interests, is building solutions to meet their demands. We cannot afford to be in a space where all our solutions as government are solutions that are foreign driven.
Hoping that this capacity building, the training that you are undertaking, you are taking it with all the seriousness it deserves, so that at the end of the day we'll be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 developers we can rely on as a country and make sure that you are able to provide the solutions that are much needed.
And finally, 4 suspects, among them a ward council and council employees, have been arrested for theft of over 400 bags of cement and metal bars meant for the construction of Kabwe's intercity bus terminus in Lukanga Township. Central Province Police Deputy Commissioner Charity Munganga led a team of officers, including Central Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala, to see the 150 bags of cement and metal bars that have since been recovered. Namatama Liwanga has the rest of the story.
They are reported to have been recovered following an investigation in which building materials meant for the construction of an intercity bus terminus in Kabwe's Lukanga Township. Police have recovered 150 bags of cement and metal bars were found at Lusemfa School of Health Sciences, where they are suspected to have been hidden. Central Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala, who was taken on an on-spot check of the materials, noted that suspects used unregistered motor vehicles to carry out their mission.
Teams that are supposed to give us the transit bus station in Lukanga opposite Shoprite. But it's very unfortunate that people have decided to be stealing the materials. And as a government, we cannot just lay low, watching, because the people are complaining that usually this CDF fund is not being fair. And yet other people are paying to destroy the goodwill that this government and the president is putting forward.
Provincial Police Deputy Commissioner Charit Munganga disclosed that 4 suspects have since been arrested in connection with the theft. She announced that 7 bags of cement were retrieved from one of the suspects.
So we instituted our investigations and managed to recover these 150 bags of cement, and we also recovered some angle bars. So during our investigations, we were able to apprehend 4 people that are currently in our custody. We also apprehended a civic leader whose name we're going to withhold for now, and recovered 7 bags of cement.
For Zanis News in Kabwe, I'm Namatsama Luwanga.
Well, on that note, we come to the end of the news, but before we go, another look at the top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema attends Zambia-Italy Business Forum. Government advises farmers to access soft loans. Chief Simamba urges government to stiffen laws on deforestation. And Zambia police records an increase in GBV cases. Thank you so much for watching the news. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Remember to join us again tomorrow at the same time for another edition. For now, it's goodbye.